Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. My videos are about love, infinity, creation, energy, because we're infinite energy, we're infinite creation, we're infinite love. Why? Because of the human heartbeat. You see, biologically speaking, we're alive because of the human heartbeat. Without the human heartbeat, the human race wouldn't exist. So just think about it fundamentally. Our biological creator is the heart, the human heartbeat. So, and we love with our hearts. So what does this mean? The heart is telling us you're alive, so you live, right? And you live to love because you love with your hearts, and the heart is the one with the heartbeat that gives you life in the first place. So our instinct is to live, our instinct is to love. So we live to love and we love to live. This is our nature, this is who we are. And we create with a love. The delivery mechanism, the delivery system of creation at the biological scale is love. Why? Because we make love, we have children. And our instinct is to love our creation. We love our children, you see. And then we raise them, and then the cycle of life continues, life of creation. You know, life is creation and creation is energy. And why are we energy? We're energy because of the heartbeat. The heartbeat is an electromagnetic pulse. It's resonance, you see. It's the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. The heartbeat generates an electromagnetic field around the human body. And this electromagnetic field, this resonance, powers the human body, powers the mind, so we can be sentient beings, think, be conscious, be self-aware, and our organs functions as a result of this heartbeat. And the heartbeat generates this electromagnetic field that's spherical, so we're infinite energy, we're light spherical beings. This is who we are. We're spherical beings, we're light spherical beings, energy spherical beings. This is who we are. We're spherical energy. Just like the sun's spherical and it's pure energy, and the sun itself has its own electromagnetic field. And remember, the sun created us in the first place with all its energy, right? And so energy is creation. Remember this: creation is energy, life is creation, and creation is energy. It powers, it creates, it generates, it does. That's what it does. It drives things. So, and the earth was created as a result of this energy from the sun. And the earth itself is spherical as an object, and it also has an electromagnetic field that's spherical. And then the earth created the conditions here with the atmosphere, the biosphere, the biome, the support systems, the ecosystem, biodiversity, the DNA, all this evolution for us to exist, biologically speaking. And we ourselves are an electromagnetic field through the heartbeat. So, and we create through love, as I just explained. So you see, love is the delivery mechanism of creation, and creation is just different scales of life, you know, different energy levels, different scales, different densities. So the astronomical level is the sun, the terrestrial level is the earth, and us humans is the biological scale of creation. So it's all creation, it's all life, it's all energy, it's all love, right? The love that the sun has is energy, high levels of energy, fusion reactions that leads to all these solar flares. The earth has its own mechanisms through its own core, and the love of creation at that scale gives us life, oxygen, water, so we exist. Food, all this stuff, all these support systems nourishes us, right? The earth loves us with all, the whole thing of earth is so we exist, we are alive, we're conscious because of the earth. So the earth is our mother, is our creator. The sun is our father, it created the earth in the first place. So, and the heart is a biological mechanism that allows us to exist. So the heart is our biological creator, so we actually can exist and understand all these things. So it's beautiful because we're eternal information, we're eternal everything, eternal, infinite, eternal creators, you see. This is who we are, we're sundials. Because the sun is spherical, our eyes are spherical, our brain are spherical, our heart is spherical. So we stare at the sun, we open our heart, we open our mind. This is called building the bridge. And we open the portal by staring at the sun. You see, it's the energy from the sun coming into our eyes and powering us. Our brains get supercharged, our heart gets supercharged, so we can create more beautiful things with our heart energy, and our mind has more visuals and more imagination, more creativity, so we can just power ourselves and create and have bigger dreams about our true self and an identity, because the true self is a heartbeat. So we're alive, so the individual is alive, so can go and create. That's the true self, energy, true self energy, true self of life creation itself. Being conscious, being self-aware. And we all experience this individually as people. as persons, as individuals. We all have our identity, our true self, which is the first primary element of compass. So this is what today's video is about. Today's video is about story. Why.how/story. And I'm sharing my story, but there is a sequence. So this sequence, I'm sharing my story right now in this video, who I am, because I really haven't told you who I am, my name, or any of these things yet. But I'll share that today. But there is a sequence. There is a sequence here based on our values. I have spoken about these, who, why, how, what, when, and where, for strategy, for execution, for everything, because it's the foundation of compass, it's the foundation of who we are. And if you apply that yourself, then you will know who you are. You will know your story very quickly. You just put this sequence and you add the information, and then you know who you are immediately. It's a beautiful thing. It's applicable to everyone, anywhere. And let's just do it today as an exercise. And I'll do the exercise as me, who I am. So my story. By the way, the visual is on the website, it's on Substack, and it's on YouTube. So my story, so it starts with who I am, or identity and true self. Who I am, I'm Joey A. That's my name, I'm Joey. Nice meeting you, everybody. Hello, world. I'm Joey A. Okay, this is who I am. So I'm a writer. I'm here sharing my message with the world. So this is who I am. You see, it starts with the identity, the individual. Who I am. I am Joey A. And for you, you will be whoever you are, who you are, and then you put your name right next to it. This is who you are. This is your identity, your true self. You choose your name, you choose everything. It's you. You choose. You have free will. Then the second one is why I am here, which is purpose. It's the second primary element of compass. I am here to help people find themselves. You see, all I do is that I help people find themselves. That's why I do these videos. That's why I wrote the book, Fantasies and Illusions Compass, the Quest for Free Will, Sundial, Compass itself, all these notions that I share with you, my beliefs, who we are. It's all that because I found myself, you see, and I know it works. So, and this is all based on objective reality, so it's applicable to everyone out there, including you. All humans are a compass. All humans are a sundial. All humans have the ability to do these, to have a story, because remember, we have a voice, and we share our voice with our story, our purpose. This is what it is, right? And we contribute to society. Identity was identity. Identity is, the actions that give our true self a voice in society. And what's our purpose? The reason why we exist, right, is the reasons why we take action, daily action, with our true self. So we advance our agenda. That's what purpose is. So you see, it's connected. Who I am, Joey A. Why am I here? To help people find themselves. You see it together right there. And then the third line of my story in this case, is how I behave, which is action. Action is the fourth principle of primary element of compass. How I behave. So I'm going to tell you how I behave. Daily practice of compass by why-how principles. My life essentially is compassed by why-how. That's what my life is. What I write about is what I do every day. So who I am, Joey A. Why am I here? Why I'm here, to help people find themselves. How I behave, daily practice of compass by why-how principles. Management of time and energy, purposeful daily action, flowing with my actions because we're energy, having an alignment between my identity and my true self and my purpose, being on track, being true north, which is our seventh primary element, and getting to our destination, my dreams come true, which is helping people find themselves, which is I do every day. And the fifth primary element, which is the combination of why and how, right there, how I behave, why I am here, how I behave, why, how, they all together, you see why, how, right there is the fifth primary element, which is the how to your why. How you go about your why, how you go about your purpose with how you behave, your actions, right? And White is this recalibrating mechanism. It calibrates us. It recalibrates us. It's a self-correcting mechanism of compass, who we all are, with a sundial. So it's all there. So the fourth one is what I do, my actions, you see, my purpose. What I do, advocating for the mainstream adoption of compass by White. This is what I do. I want all humans on Earth to understand who they are. And you do that with compass, you do that with sundial, you do that with White. This is the mechanism. White is the mechanism. Is the mechanism. It's no doubt about that. It's based on objective reality, and it's applicable to all humans on Earth. We all humans have a compass. We are all a compass. We are a sundial. It applies to us. We all have eyes. We all have brains. We all have hearts. We all can stare at the sun. We open the portal. We build the bridge so we can have the strength and the energy and the courage to take action and do the things that we're supposed to, understand ourselves, deal with our trauma. So we manifest our true self by manifesting our free will, by manifesting our actions with daily actions here and now. So we manifest our dreams and they come true, and we manifest our purpose. We all have the ability to do that because we all infinite creators. We're all infinite energy. We all have a heartbeat. That's why I love you all with all my heart, because I know who we are. With light spherical beings. This is who we are. I love you all with all my heart. Every day I dream of you. This is what I do every day. I get up in the morning and I dream of humanity. So that's what I do. I got to this stage where I'm there. What do I do? Advocating for the mainstream adoption of compass by White. That's what I do. When do I do it? Which is the fifth part. You see, when again. When? What's when? Time, right? Energy, third primary element. When I do it, as often as possible within reason. And this is true, and I think this should be the answer that everyone has, because it's as often as possible. And often means daily. Daily action, purposeful daily action. As often as possible within reason. Because I do other things, I have a child, have a life. I do other things that outside compass by White. But predominantly as daily action within reason, as much as you can. And then the sixth component is where do I do it, which is destination, is the eighth primary element of compass. You see, it's all connected, it's all full circle. Where do I do it? My website, app, podcast, book, social media, events, which is what I'm doing right now. Right now, this is on my website, this is on part of my book, this is on social media, it's on YouTube, it's on Substack. It will go to other channels later on, and I'm sure there will be events in the future. I want to do my events online because it's important to do events online, and I want to do them live. So there is no filters, there is no editing. Everything is just as it is, because this is you got to be truthful about your nature. Your true self has to be the way it is. You cannot have filters. Otherwise, it's a division of, it's not real. It's an illusion. It's a fantasy. You see mediums and media getting on the way, which is a big component of the book. So it has to be as real as possible. You see, I always go without editing. I don't care what people think, if they don't like my presentation skills or who I am, or they find me with whatever. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, because everyone have their own free will to choose what they think and what they do. And this is a whole notion of compass. So I present myself the way I am. This is who I am. This is where I live. This is who I am. No filters, no editing. This is just who I am. I think this is the best way to be. Being yourself, your identity and true self. Without any filters, without any lights, without any makeup, without any of that, any highlights. Words and all. Whatever, you are who you are, and you need to love yourself. And this is the best way to do it, by understanding that if you don't display and portray yourself the way you are generating an illusion that renders a fantasy, and that's a problem, because it confuses you and distorts your reality, and it does the same to others seeing it too. You need to be truthful to yourself, and the way to be that is with your identity and true self. So you see, that's my story. I put it all together. It's 6 lines, and these sentences apply to everyone. So it starts with who I am, Joey A. Why am I here? Why I'm here? To help people find themselves. How I behave, daily practice of compass by White principles. What I do, advocating for the mainstream adoption of Compass by Whitehouse. When I do it, as often as possible within reason. Where do I do it? On my website, app, podcast, book, social media, events. I will be developing an app at a later stage, maybe a podcast. I kind of think of this as a podcast a little bit, like a vlog or something, but I'm happy to do live podcast events and all these different things. But I would only do live. I don't want to do edited stuff. If it's a live podcast that is mainstream live to the world and it's a podcast format, free form, whatever, conversation, yes, but it has to be live. Has to be live and streaming live and without editing and cuts. It's raw, unfiltered. Otherwise, I'm not doing it, and I don't want to have scripts. I don't want to have anything. We just free form flow. No preconceptions, just natural conversation with the flow of things. That's the only way I would do it. When my book is this is my book, and social media is all the different channels, events, then again, it would have to be a live event and it has to be streamed live. Otherwise, I'm not doing any events that are offline. I'm not doing anything offline. It has to do always live and stream, so everyone can be there physically and also online doing it. But everything has to be part of it, because otherwise it opens yourself for fantasies and illusions, and I'm not interested in that, because I wrote a book about shattering fantasies and illusions through Compass. So it goes against my principles and who I am. How I behave. Daily practice of Compass by Whitehouse principles. You see, it's one of the Whitehouse principles. So it's just the way it is. This is who I am. And just remove my information and then just keep the same structure, the same template, and then put your name right next to it and all the information, and you would see. For example, I'm just going to give an example. Who am I? Johnny Cash. Why am I here? To sing and make people feel great with country music. How I behave in a raucous, great manner that people relate to because I'm rugged and I'm a cowboy. What I do, I sing, I dance, I play the guitar, I smoke cigars, and I drink good quality whiskey. When do I do it? I do it when I want to. You know, the Ring of Fire. I go to concerts, I go to parties, I go to events, I sing every day in the shower. I do it whenever I want to because I'm Johnny Cash. Where do I do it? I do it wherever I can. Concerts, events, blah, blah, blah. My music, my CDs, my albums, my vinyls. I'm Johnny Cash. You see? That's an example. Let's do another example. This is funny. I'm improvising, by the way. Who I am? I'm Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan. He's amazing. Who I am? I'm Michael Jordan. Why am I here? To be the greatest basketballer of all time. I'm Michael Jordan. I fly. I'm in the air. I'm Michael Jordan. This is why I'm here. I'm an incredible human being. I'm a basketballer. How I behave? I fly through the air, sir. I do magic. I'm a magical wizard. I move on the court like no one else does. Everyone wants to be like me. All the children wear my top. This is how I behave. I'm a humble man, but hey, I play golf, I play baseball. I love my sports, my betting. This is who I am. I'm a billionaire, sir. I live in Miami. I'm rich. I'm happy. I'm powerful. I have a net worth. What do I do? Whatever I want. I'm Michael Jordan. You know, I represent brands. I'm an ambassador for myself, for my image, for my family, for all these things. You see, what I do is that. So it kind of goes like that. When do I do it? You see, it's the same. And where do I do it? Well, you can see Michael Jordan, whatever, you know, whenever he shows up, whenever, wherever, It's Michael Jordan. Everyone knows who Michael Jordan is. Why? Because he has a compass. That man knows his purpose. He's amazing, right? So that's another example. You see Johnny Cash, Michael Jordan, using the same structure, you see. Let's do one more example. Okay, so maybe I did a musician and I did a sports person, an athlete. So maybe let's do, I don't know, let's do someone else. Well, it doesn't really matter. I think with that, you know, that's good enough. And you can just apply that to yourself. It's a template. You see, and you share your story, who you are, and yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you, so you understand who I am, and what I'm about, and why I do the things I do. So you see, who I am, Joey A. Why I'm here, to help people find themselves. How I behave, daily practice of Compass by Whitehouse principles. What I do, advocating for the mainstream adoption of Compass by Whitehouse. When I do it, as often as possible within reason. Where I do it, my website, app, podcast, book, social media, events. That's it. That's my story. This is who I am. And just want to let you know that I love you all. And Mike, I love you too, bro. And Johnny Cash, one of my favorite musicians. That's why it came to my mind right away. Listen to Johnny Cash all the time. Amazing story. You see, they just finished there. Like, let's talk about these two humans, amazing human beings, right? So Johnny Cash created music with his heart, with his love, and people resonate with it. He's not with us anymore in the flesh, but he's with us with his music, with his legacy. You see, we love Johnny Cash because he's got beautiful music. You know, he's got that voice, you know, that we resonate with. It's meaningful. That man, you know, his heart was poured into his music and his actions. That's why we appreciate him. And then with Michael Jordan, Mr. Jordan, if you ever watch this video, know that I love you and respect you very much, sir, and you're a great example for humanity. Then again, you see, very purposeful man. He had a dream to be a basketball, and that dream, look where that dream took him. And he's with us today, right now, and he's, I'm sure, purposeful. I'm sure that he has a purpose, and he's a loving human man. I know, because he has proven to us that what he has proven to us. So with love and determination, what he has achieved. All the things that he's done, right? All the things that he has done and he still does today. An example. He's an example for the human race. Why? Because he takes action. His actions speak louder than anything else, because his actions are clear. He's a leader. And we all are that. We all have the potential to do what Michael has done and it does every day. We all have this. He's an example for us to learn from. You see? Because we all have our own full potential, our own identity and true self to do these things. We all do. We all powerful. Well, this is my story, and I just wanted to share that with you all. I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Remember who we are. We're eternal sundials. We are compasses. This is who we are. We are light spherical beings. We're infinite life, infinite energy, infinite love. This is who we are. I love you all with all my heart, with all my mind. I will be making more videos today. We are the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. This is who we are. Love you all with all my heart, with all my mind.